Hi everyone. The beast is almost unrecognizable. The wide rear wheel and swinging rear fender give the Softail Street Bob a whole new attitude. The solo seat and custom rear fender with perforated struts, handcrafted by our talented welders, give this machine a rebellious look that's sure to attract attention. The wide 5.5-inch, 40-spoke rim makes for a massive look, especially when combined with the side mount license plate bracket medium, which shows off the rear wheel to perfection. Up front, black fork covers, cool bellows and a short fender create the ultimate bob look. And with the front and rear suspension lowered by 30 mm using special shocks and forks, the Street Bob sits even lower to the road, while the new 19-inch front wheel, now fitted with a 130 size tire, gives it a more aggressive and beefy stance. Of course, the paintwork had to match the new look. Everything that was shiny from the factory was painted jet black, from the matte black engine to the glossy black flip-to handlebars. Only the leather saddle and grips, in luxurious cognac brown, break through the gritty look and add a touch of elegance to the machine, including our full range of torque covers. Over time, the saddle and grips will develop a unique patina that tells the story of this bespoke one-off. And the sound? A feast for the ears. The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde exhaust system with booming bomb vintage tailpipes makes the streets tremble and proclaims the powerful presence of this machine. This custom bike is truly a masterpiece on wheels, with a unique aesthetic and sound that will thrill any motorcycle enthusiast. And we are going into the second round. A real lover never stops after the first round, just like Nico. After the first season he had with his already rebuilt cool Street Bob behind him, Nico calls us directly, "I need more of the cool stuff." The boots and fork covers he no longer like, now is to be DLC coated. In its original state, the fork is not coated and for this reason got our upper covers and the boots missed. After all, it should fit the concept all black. To make the Street Bob look more grown up, it now has the diamond-like carbon coating and it looks damn good on it. The next must-have for the second step of the custom cure is a new tank. Our aluminium tank stretches the bike and gives it a more refined silhouette. Nico is a real rider and wants to have no stress with the neighbors in the future, so he doesn't save on the sound. For this, a legal exhaust system has to be fitted to the FXBB by Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We are curious about what else comes, so with classic shapes and colors, this Street Bob transforms into a stylish bobber. For their transformation, everything will be removed first. The new cast wheels of the 2022 FXBB, as well as front and rear fenders, seat and handlebars. Spoked wheels are a must for a classic look. We didn't change much in the dimensions, 19 inches in the front and 16 inches in the rear have remained. Only the width of the rear wheel has grown from 150 to 180. The 180 tire makes much more and fills the hand-welded swinging rear fender nicely. Not only chic but also comfortable is the leather saddle with matching tool bag from Spirit Leather. Our Hollywood bar rounds out the bobber theme perfectly and lets the rider cruise around in a relaxed way. Classic front with fork covers. 3D machined power filter kit Grand Classic. Swinging rear fender include 3-in-1 turn signal. To make the bike look more compact, our lowering kit is installed front and rear, and the black fork covers and bellows also contribute their part. Further matching details can be found on the whole bike. The classic air filter as well as the grips, rests and covers fit harmoniously into the overall picture, just like the exhaust system. You can tell the Hawk by its flight. Our customer's idea of a chic custom bike was realized with many original Thunderbike parts. The handcrafted aluminium stretch tank, steel rear fender with integrated lighting and 20-spoke digger wheels give this Softail a whole new silhouette and character. The two-tone rim design in 21 inches front and 18 inches rear is the defining element. Beyond the obvious changes, the details add to the well-rounded look of this custom bike. For example, the license plate has been moved to the side with our inside plate, and a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde short flap exhaust system has been installed. A headlight cap and black fork covers complete the front end. Matching flip 2 handlebars and grips, drilled design collection toppers, and striped turn signals blend in perfectly with the overall look. This Road Hawk is truly unique and is modeled after similar street bob conversions like the Street Digger. Our custom parts, along with the fancy wheels, turn a rather plain street bob into a real gem. This Harley-Davidson Softail Street Bob in olive green with the iconic black star with red border on the tank is a real eye-catcher. When we called the first bike in this style Vader's Fist, it was quite well received. Film villains have long since been better accepted. We can reinvent ourselves. With the Radical Queen we're the good guys for a change. the customer wanted pointed tips. Maybe that gave us the idea to give the Street Bob a feminine name. It's the radical handlebar that has those pointy tips. It looks a bit feminine, but it sits imperiously on the radical 2 fork, and it takes some hard engineering to get its line to meld with the necessary control lines. The tightly braided steel lines for the brake and clutch are set off from the tips of the handlebars. Radical fork. Our reinterpretation of the Springer fork adds character to the Royal Lady. The radical handlebar does not require risers. It can be mounted on the radical fork as a single piece. The trick is to avoid protruding cable loops. On the right, the problem is solved. After all, the Milwaukee-Eights have no throttle cable at all, they are drive-by-wire. On the left, the solution is a hydraulic clutch, which allows a steel-braided cable to be routed closer to the handlebars. How ironic, Harley changed the clutches on its Milwaukee-Eight generation to old-fashioned Bowden cables, which don't work too badly. But we turn the tables and put the clutch back under hydraulic control. Why? Because the customer wants it, because we can do it, and because it looks better. After all, looking good is the most important thing on a motorcycle. Beautifully pointy at the top, powerful at the bottom, with a 340 mm diameter brake disc. Thanks for watching.